Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Good evening, my friends. It's been a long time, but we are back. It's In the Cup, the PGA DFS show for drroto.com, your daily prescription of fantasy sports. I am Johnny Danger. With me is Coach White and Adam White. No relation, we think. We don't know. It's not been tested.
Depends how many generations you're going back.
I love it. But I got Al White. I got Adam White. We got Johnny Danger. We got the Waste Management Open at Tpc Scottsdale. Guys, we haven't done this since, I don't know, like Thanksgiving. Are you ready? Are we ready to get back in this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tpc Scottsdale, bringing on the Wasted Management. It's supposed to be a fun week. Unfortunately, this is the week that I told you, Danger, I'm sober, so there's nothing in the cup tonight.
Wasted Management Open and in the cup, and you got nothing.
I know, man. It's a terrible week, but we wanted to, save it all for Sunday for the Super Bowl. So we're just going to, take our 6-day hiatus from alcohol.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you know what? I'm drinking a cup of water, too. That's apparently almost the right color green for my green screen. Almost.
I'm holding it down, and I've got a fancy wine glass to do so with. It doesn't even...
Nice. What's in it?
I don't know. Red wine. It's either a cab or low. Not really
something
wine.
Red. It's got some alcohol. It's fine.
I'm at a female friend's house, and she offered me. So I said, I'm about to do In the Cup. She yelled at me for doing this, but it happens.
I like it. All right. Well, will one of you please tell us about TPC Scottsdale and the Waste Management Open?
I can do that. So we are at TPC Scottsdale, down in Scottsdale, Arizona, one of the major golf hubs for the PGA Tour. Lots of tour players live there. Not as many of them love playing this event. There's a lot of, we talk about the fans. There's a lot of those that are perfect viewers for In the Cup because they love their booze out there. Just a big party. Waste Management Open. It's called the Wasted Management by those who know how the fans behave. But we got a par 71, 3 par 5s, lots of par 4s, as we will talk about in our model, between 400 and 500 yards. The desert course, you basically have fairway, and then you have the native area, which is just rocky, dry wasteland. We got 132 golfers in this field. Top 65 in ties will make the cut. It's a pretty cool finish. So you got the stadium 16th, that par 3, where everyone's always going crazy. That historic moment when Tiger made the hole-in-one back in like the mid-90s. I think it was 96. Everyone went nuts, throwing beer cans, throwing toilet paper, everything that like you get those great moments, but then they're going to boo the crap out of you if you miss. It's just a perfect lead up to the Super Bowl. Then you got a drivable par 4, the 17th. You got a little drama. Then you got a shot over some water on 18, 440-yard par 4. So we are looking this week at strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee. We are looking at some specialists in that 400 to 500-yard range, right, Mr. Coach White?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Keep going. Yes, we are.
No, I was just going to say it's home of Brooks Koepka's, 2 of Brooks Koepka's tour wins. I think 2 of his 3 non-major tour wins. So he's down there, way down in price because he has not been playing well. But it's been really a variety of like player types. There's not really one type of player who thrives at this course. Pretty interesting. So you had Victor last year. Hideki almost always plays well here. I'm sorry, you had Brooksy last year, Hideki the year before. You got Victor coming in on a tear. Taylor Gooch has been playing. I mean, we got a bunch of guys to look at, but I know.
Well, you can see here, I pulled up a little model maker on Fantasy National Golf Club, the FantasyNationalGolf.com. Maybe someday they'll sponsor the show for us and we can give people a referral code. But that day is not today. But I can show you what Johnny Danger put in his model based off these 2 gentlemen's recommendations. Shots gains approach, putting on fast greens, proximity 150, 175, par 4 efficiency 400 to 500 basically, and shots gained tee to green. These guys did a little slightly different one. This one was just kind of a quick one I slapped together. And you can see on here, our boy, Young Hove, #1 in my model. Abra Answer down at 79, probably going to be heavily owned. Sam Burns, some of these cheaper guys, Russell Henley. We got a Emilio Grillo, which I hate putting money on. He always screws me at it every time. But anyways, this is a priority. You know what? It's premium, and you guys aren't premium, so we're going to move off of that, and we're going to go just take a look at DraftKings. That was a long way to get there.
What do you mean we're not premium?
No, that we don't own Fantasy National Golf, so we're not going to sit here and give away their stats on screen for people who aren't paying for it. Is what I'm trying to say here. So,
I thought he was talking to us, Coach.
No.
Come on,
I'm not premium.
Right here.
I'm not premium at all. These two guys, they know what they're doing. So, anyways, guys, let's get this going. We're going to look at DraftKings, right? And here it is. Here's the DraftKings. We've got Jon Rahm at the top. Now, he basically ranks out number one across the board in almost every measurable category. But as we talked a little bit pre-show, I don't know, is he actually going to win?
Adam, take it away, man. I mean, you were.
Yeah, I guess when you look at this,
was really pounding that Rahm drum. Let's hear what you guys say about it.
Look, he hasn't played well here in the past, but he's the best player in the world, and it's not close. So if he weren't going to be the highest owned player in the field, I'd be a little more interested. But I don't know. He played like okay, not very good on the weekend a couple weeks ago at Torrey, and he finished a shot out of a playoff. Like, he doesn't have to have his best stuff. He's the closest thing we've had, honestly, I believe, week in, week out, to Tiger in his prime, where even when he doesn't have his best stuff, he's still going to contend unless it's like his C or worse stuff. So I think he's the best bet to win. Obviously, he's the favorite. It's kind of a dumb thing to say. So I'd like to look and see how I can build some lineups with Rahm at the top. Hate it if you want, but I like Rahm a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I'm dropping down 2 players. I'm going to go to Cantlay because right now, his last 5 events, 2 wins, 2 fourth-place finishes, and a 9th. I mean, it's really what Rahm's doing. He's $900 cheaper. He's going to garner half the ownership Rahm is. And, I mean, right now, he ranks 8th in birdie or better percentage. He puts really well on fast greens. And also one of the stats we didn't put in our model on there, he ranks first in par 5s, 550 to 600. And all 3 of the par 5s on this course are in that range. And Cantlay ranks number 1 in that stat. So he's going to be scoring on those par 5s. He's 7th off the tee. I mean, his tee to green game 2nd. Like, there's just nothing you can find wrong in Cantlay's game right now. He did lose 2.5 strokes last week through approach and still came 4th. So he's playing elite golf all around. If he can figure out what was happening with those approach shots, dial him in, and I think we got a winner on our hands with Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think a lot of people are going to probably start with Matsuyama and Hovland, I would guess.
Yep.
They're both playing great, both very popular. Matsuyama has great course history here. So that kind of makes me want to go like Rahm and Burns down at 93 or Rahm and Scheffler at 91, who's been playing well but hasn't finished like top 5 recently. But that dude can make some birds. And I'm a Scheffler fan, Danger. I talk about him way too much.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's sitting at about 18% ownership projection right now.
Strongly considering him as my one and done pick this week, which I am currently in first out of a bunch. I'm going to say that now because it's going to change. I know it's going to change. I'll be 10th by next week, but right now I'm in first, and I'm thinking about Scotty Scheffler. So, yeah, I like him a lot. What about Bubba at 9K? It just seems high. I know he likes this course, but it seems high.
He does like this course. I mean, last week he took 2nd behind Harold Varner in Saudi. And Bubba's always been a form player.
Can we just quick shout out to Harry?
He's the type of golfer you want at the courses he plays well at because he just excels. Like he'll play 5 good tournaments a year, and it's the 5 tournaments you think he's going to play good at.
Yeah,
I like ownership. I mean, that's very fair. And I've started quite a few lineups going Cantlay Bubba because it's different. It's a way to not get off of the Hovland Hideki love that's going on right now. I even like Berger too. I mean, I know he did withdraw more for precautionary issues last week. He kind of just did his sponsorship stuff because he won that AT&T Pro-Am last year. Then he withdrew Wednesday, the night prior. I really think that was just to gear up for a better field. I think Daniel Berger is awesome. He just, his tee to green game is exceptional. He's really good at putting on fast greens. He actually has the 2 best putting rounds of his entire career at this course. He gained in 2017 8.4 strokes on the greens, and 2020 7.6. Right now, he's approaching the ball better than he was in those 2 seasons. So I love Daniel Berger at 92. So that Berger and Bubba pairing is top notch this week.
Yeah, the other side of the Bubba thing, though, is he's just coming back from Saudi. He finished second. He's a very emotional guy. He got beat. Harry V, by the way, that putt on 18 was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was
unbelievable. I don't know how you make that putt in that situation, but good for him. I've always been a big fan of Harry V. So, yeah, I'll take Tony Finau over Bubba all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Especially being that he didn't just finish second last week and fly across the world. But yeah, I'll take anybody around Bubba over him, given the circumstances.
Any love for Louis this week? Right below both of them.
No, he's got love for Louis.
Yeah,
Louis, my dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of recent form. Great things to say about him. Why are you laughing, Danger?
You and I tend to disagree on Louis a lot.
Well, Louis tended to prove you wrong a lot last year, so shut up.
Okay, 1 year out of the 4 years we've been doing this.
That's not true. Yeah, no, I think Louis could pop. Is he a guy that I'm targeting? Not really. I'm not super excited about him. I'm kind of after him. I'm kind of dropping down to that Corey Connors range, because I think Coco is in a great bounce back spot. I'm sure a lot of people feel burned from him missing a couple cuts in a row at the Amex and at the Farmers Insurance, but sign me up.
You know what, Adam? We've been saying this for years, man. Connors is just that guy that is so well-rounded in the stats that matters on this style of course, and the only thing that's not really working for him right now is that putter. He puts the putter together, he wins the tournament. I mean, that's we have done very well at finding the guys who get the putter right at the right time. Could this be his course? He ranks near the bottom on fast greens, so it's not great, but he does rank 16 in the model, even at 103rd in the putting field.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. You got Hollywood Hoagie there. How about Hollywood Hoagie when it was a good week for the show, Danger.
It was a bummer, though, because the week prior I had written him up in my article. He missed the cut, and then he goes out, and I leave him off like it always happens, and he wins the tournament. I said, come on, man. I edited everything the week prior, and sure enough, he bites me in the butt.
Then you go and do something like that.
Flop lag, man. Flop lag.
Big time.
Let's see. Outside of that, I mean, that 8K range, I'm not super interested. I do want to note that Webb Simpson did withdraw. If you guys didn't see that, just a couple hours ago.
Yep.
Also, Harris English at 8,000 withdrew, and Maverick McNeely.
Yep.
So 3 pretty big names left the field, and I am waiting. I did talk of Berger quite a bit, but if for any reason his back does aggravate him, just keep an eye out for that before lock tomorrow.
Right on. Hey, can I ask about Russell Henley? We didn't mention him. He is number 10 in the model that I ran briefly before the show. Number 2 in approach in this field. Number 4 in that proximity range, 150 to 175. 16th tee to green. 14th in par 4 efficiency. It's that putter that has not been doing well for him. But number 10 in the model still.
Yeah, Henley's all right. I feel like he plays better on a little bit easier courses. He does tear up Bermuda greens, but normally they're a lot slower when you see him have his really good putting weeks. Even at the Sony, he had 5.9 strokes gained. That was on Bermuda, but those are average greens, so they are a little bit slower than this week. I just feel like when they start getting like glass, his putter loses it a little bit. So you need both of his game, or both of the facets of his game, which are approach and putting, to click for him to really get into that top 10 range. I don't mind it. I mean, he's really accurate off the tee, and that's something you can't really pay for on this course. I was actually just playing PGA 2K21, and I went and played the TPC Scottsdale on it and realized how tight these fairways actually are. If the courses are ever on that game, I always try to play it the week before just to kind of get an idea of which golfer would fit best.
Yeah.
Hey, I have that game. We ought to hook up there.
Yeah, we should. Absolutely. So, I mean, I don't mind Henley. I think he is actually one of the better options in the 8K range, but I'd rather pivot lower because I'm paying.
He is at 15.5% ownership at number 5 highest owned projection.
Yeah, and that's a little bit too high for me. I'd rather pay up for 3 9K guys or all the way up to Cantlay and get that Bubba at 9,000 and then go into the 7K, low, high 6K range. So he isn't really making my builds as of now. But I mean, yeah, it's not for me this week. I would rather pay Corey Connors right above him. I really would. I think Corey Connors has a better upside this week than Henley.
Yeah, I like Connors a lot. And if he can just get that putter together, it's a great combination. So we talked about Answer briefly in my model. He was top 4 in the model and only at $7,900. I thought maybe that would translate into very high ownership, but he's down on like the 3rd page at like 8% ownership projection.
Sign me up. Let's go.
Right? He now at 6.5.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a 1-2 punch of pretty good value there with some serious top 5 upside.
Yeah.
And you got Horschel. Like Horschel's been playing good golf. He's sitting there right at 79 as well.
Yeah, it's a really nice, interesting spot right there.
It is. I like the fact that you've got Gooch, Horschel, Luke List, recent PGA Tour winner.
That didn't put you on tilt at all, did it?
No, I definitely didn't have an outright on Zalatoris.
Yeah, I had the Zalatoris too. That was hard to watch. I
just got to say real quick, of all the damn money I've lost on Luke List over the years, he had to kick me in the nuts one last time and just, hey, man, I'm going to win the week that you're not on me and you don't hedge and you got Zalatoris. Yeah, how's that feel? Thanks, Luke. Hope another Ranger runs over your golf ball like you did at the Rocket Mortgage. I'm not tilted at all still.
Not at all, no.
No. Anyway, no, Gooch. Gooch is good. I'm skipping over Luke List because I'm too mad at him right now. I'm happy for him, though. But I'm mad. It's like seeing one of your ex-lovers go on to marry a wealthy billionaire who's super nice and has great hair. Max Homa also is appealing in this range to me. What do you think about him, Coach White?
Yeah, that's he's in my write-up this week. I really like Max Homa. He excels on my corollary courses. He's played really well at a few different, let's see, what do I got? Valspar, Memorial, the Genesis, Wells Fargo Championship, all kind of longer courses where tee to green game and fast greens all apply. He's won at the Wells Fargo. He's in a patch of kind of poor play. So, a lot of people might be backing off, but he did finish 6th here at TPC Scottsdale in 2020. He's managed 42nd place. And he really does. He just excels on these longer courses where they just demand good driving and good approach shots. So I'm all in on home at 70. Was he 7,700 this week?
76.
76. Yep. And that's he's in probably 75% of my lineups right now.
Yeah, I think he's more of a tourney play. Like if you're playing head-to-heads, cash games, yeah, there are probably better plays in that range, but he could finish top 10. He could miss the cut. And to me, that's the kind of guy you want to target in tournaments, especially coming off of a missed cut in his most recent event. So I like him a lot there. There's one guy you're not going to believe, Danger, that I'm actually kind of interested in this week.
Don't do it.
Cooch.
Well, if you're interested in Gooch, I'm in on Cooch.
Of course. You got to be.
You know how I play.
We need like a Mariucci with the nickname Mooch in this field, too.
Right? Our buddy Ryan from the Dr. Roto Discord is watching. So let me remind the people, do not play my lineups. They don't win. They are to make me laugh, and for one day for one of them to win. There's no value in them. Don't play them.
They really shouldn't be allowed on the screen if we're being honest. They shouldn't be.
No, it's true. Right now, I'm just highlighting some players I really like. Answer, Finau, Connors. They're all reasonably priced with a big win upside. So that's why they're sitting in the screen right now. But just to remind myself. So, anyways,
yeah, no,
continue on. So, Cooch.
I like Cooch. You got some players down here in the bottom of the 7K range. Pat Perez has been playing great golf, 2 straight top 10s. Tends to like desert golf. I think he practices mostly out of Vegas area, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't have much form, but you got Gary Woodland there at 73. He's won here. He's got an additional top 10 here. Showed some form a couple months ago. And then Joel Dahman played well last week. You got some guys down here that could do some damage. Anybody you're liking down here?
Keegan Bradley, number 8 in the model.
Oh, Keegan always pops. There's a bad putter.
Yeah, I like Keith Mitchell at 75. He's just run into a pretty good bout of good form here. Outside of that, right underneath him, you did mention Gary Woodland. I'm not a huge Woodland fan overall, but there are certain courses I like to target him at, and he's another person that pops in my corollary courses. He's played well at the Wells Fargo, Valspar, the Houston Open, a lot longer, straighter courses. He's won here before, obviously. The Honda, he's took 8th last year, another Bermuda with fast greens. Like he kind of fits that mold, and 7,300 for a golfer that really can win a tournament. I like Woodland quite a bit at 73. Russell Knox too is interesting. He's playing pretty well. Tee to green game's always good. Just he needs to figure out that flat stick, and once he does, you'll see him pop into the top 15. He even just gets to 7th. Before that, he took 12th, and then he just not really gaining strokes on the greens. This is the theme. When you go down looking at it's a lot of red on that putting statistic for Mr. Russell Knox. But
a lot of red, but top 5 in all the proximity and approach stats.
Yep. So it's just guessing that right putter. And, on these fast greens, it really the good putters on tour sometimes struggle on these types of green because they are a little bit more and just challenging and inconsistent. And you might find golfers like out of nowhere, Daniel Berger gets 8.9 strokes on the greens. And, he's a pretty good putter, but outside of that, like that's a ridiculous round of golf. And he's done it twice here. So you're trying to look for those golfers that have excelled on these particular greens. And I think a lot of people aren't looking at putting this week. And I think that's a big mistake. And I am not. I'm heavily looking into putting this week.
All right.
Okay, range.
All right, let's keep moving on down. We'll get into the 6K value range here. There is the Chesticle, Chez B. Yeah, man, really good around all the stats, but putting again. This is the story of our breakdown today: is a lot of really bad putters.
When you rely on the model, that tends to happen, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if we're looking for somebody that's not great tee to green and a great putter, Brandon Grace, 7,100, T9, second place here. Last time, let's see, his form is not great. Miscut at the Sony, lost strokes on the greens. Last time he played really well was at the Wyndham, where he gained 8.7 strokes on the greens. But at the Memorial, Valspar, Genesis, all the courses I'm looking at for corollary, he plays well. So that's lining up. And, like I said, it could be like Bubba Watson, who just plays well at certain courses every single year. And you make your money at 5 tournaments and you go home and you sit tight and wait for those tournaments every year.
Mm-hmm.
What about a guy like Brendan Todd? He seems to be a guy who just kind of sits in that top third of all the stats we're looking at right now and pretty good on fast greens. And he had kind of a streak, 2 years ago? He went on just kind of a rampage in January and February, right?
Yeah, won back-to-back events.
Mm-hmm.
He just took 16th at Pebble, and the last time he played this took 22nd. That's I like it. I think it's a good play.
Cup maker, top 15 maybe for 6,900. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fall swing, I think 2020 when he kind of went on that rampage.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, won twice out of nowhere. You're like, happy to know who Brendan Todd was. Now he's out winning multiple tournaments.
He went first, and then 4th at the RSM, then 29th, 21st, and just made his next 6 cuts.
I think he went first, then had the 54-hole lead in his next event.
That's right. Yep,
it was
I
stupid.
remember that. Yep.
It was like, is Brendan Todd going to win 3 times in a row? What just happened? Like something clicked. And he's gone back to being Brendan Todd. But yeah, he's a viable play here. I don't mind him at all. I like Nate Lashley too at 67. He's finished top 20 here 2 years in a row, third 2 years ago. Finished top 30 in his last event. At 6,700, I don't know. Maybe it's my Rocket Mortgage bias because he won here the first year it was here. But at 67, it's worth the risk as far as I'm concerned. You got Jimmy Hahn down there, way down, Danger.
Way down.
Oh, you love you some Jimmy Hahn.
Well, not as much as Dougie Gim.
Oh, you're on the Gim train, are you?
He's a good putter.
Yeah, no course history. People probably won't be on him. I don't mind that. About JT Postone, he's a good putter.
All right.
Posting.
All right, make a stand for me in the super cheap, guys. Give me somebody.
Super
Give me
cheap.
somebody you can put in there.
This is perfect because Mark asked me earlier in chat. I just saw it before we started this show.
He wanted 64 below.
Below is what he said. And give me about 2 minutes because I don't know yet.
All right, what do you think, Coach White? We gotta help Marcus out here. We gotta help him out.
Yeah, the super low range. I actually really like Hank Lebioda this week.
Hank, the
6,200. Just randomly pops up. Right now he has back-to-back cuts made, top 50s. Nothing to write home about. He played at the Houston Open, Bermuda greens that are fast. He gained 6.5 strokes, top 15. Rocket Mortgage, top 4. Wells Fargo, Valspar, like he's fitting that mold again. So Hank Lebioda, 6,200. A lot of people are going to play James Hahn, and I don't mind it. Last week he gained a couple strokes through his approach shots, just missed the cut. Or actually, I think he withdrew. It was the week prior to that. Yeah, it was the week prior to that.
I got it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I am going to go with JT Poston at 6,300. He had a rough stretch, a very rough stretch of missed cuts, but he kind of got it back in January. Farmers Insurance, Torrey's not a good course for him. He's not a super long hitter, but he is a great putter. When he gets tricky with his putter, he can do some things. So I like Poston to bounce back. I don't think he's going to be very owned at all because you click on him and you go 2 out of 9 cuts made. There's no way. But 2 out of the last 3 cuts made. And he's a good putter. I'm going to go JT Poston, the Desert Fox.
He's 121st on my model.
I don't care about your model, Danger. I don't care if I told you what stats to look at for your model. I don't. JT Poston.
Fair.
Other one was Scott Piercy. Scott Piercy, if you want another option, Scott Piercy was the guy that I looked at and went, yeah, I could throw something at him.
All right. The highest ranked guy and model that we ran in Mark's range of 64 and below is Mr. Hank Lebioda at 27th in the model.
Nice. There you go. And he's rocking the model. That works. But yeah, to your point, let's see, I'm looking at his team performances. 3 of them are at the waist management. So he loves these greens. He's gained 4.4, 4.3, 4.2, and he's gained through approaches every single time he's played here. So there's something about this course that he likes too. That's a good call.
Yep.
I don't know here. Take a look at this lineup I built if you can see it now.
Let's see.
Answer, Finau, Connors, Lebioda, and then I could put Berger and Scheffler in. It ain't bad.
No, that's nice. Answer. You got Finau, Scheffler, Berger.
Finau, Scheffler, Berger, Connors, Answer, Hank the Tank.
I like it.
It ain't bad.
No, that's actually viable.
That's unlike my normal lineup.
It's not just doing stuff based on names or male genitalia.
Top
or
15 upside in that lineup. Every single one of them could place top 15.
All right. I dig it. Endorsed. Boom. Look at that.
Stewie Sink. Let's go.
Any love for Aaron Wise?
No.
He's
I mean, yeah, probably a little bit. I don't know.
I dig it.
What's his price? I didn't even see him.
71, and he ranks first in birdie or better percentage in this group. Memorial took 9th. Wells Fargo took 9th. I mean, he's fitting that. Honda 13th. A lot of the courses I was looking at, he kind of fits that mold.
He's 7,100.
7,100, and he ranks 18th overall in my model. His approach is 26. Like, that's not a bad price for what he offers.
No, I do have a little bit of Wise love.
Right on.
A little bit of Wise love. Yeah, he's a great part. He's a bomber too, so he'll eat the par 5s up probably.
At the same price, the best putter on these type of greens is Alex Noren.
Yeah, you're just biased. It's a name bias. It's like the Alex's.
Adam Scott's here this week. In case you're wondering.
Yeah, he actually is up in the model. All right.
Mm-hmm. Good ball striker. Yeah. All right. We gotta go.
All right, guys. I'm going to
put you to it. Have some questions. Feel free to reach out. Just make sure you tag my name. I'll try to get to it before Go to bed tonight or before lock tomorrow. What time is lock tomorrow? 9:30 a.m. is what DraftKings is saying right now.
2 hours behind us.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to put the screws to you, my friends. One and done selections. Adam, what you got? You sticking with Scheffler?
Yes.
I'm going Finau. Finau's my man.
Ooh.
Coach White, put your name on a guy.
I'm going Cantlay.
Cantlay. Absolutely love it. All right, my friends, you can check out the rest of the PGA content. I believe Coach White's article is up already at drroto.com. You can reach out to him at Coach White DFS on Twitter. He will answer your questions. You can ask me questions. I will not give you a serious answer. I will tell you who's got the best traps. I can do that. Who's got the best calf game? I'm there for you. Otherwise, make sure you go check out. We've got all kinds of great specials going on drrose.com for the rest of the season for football and baseball going on. Make sure you get over there and check it out. Every membership comes with premium access to the staff here in our premium Discord. So make sure you go check all of that out. My friends, it's been a few months and I love it. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And y'all have a good one. See ya.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.